Yo, I'm gonna try to make this video while driving, but pretty much, man, I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna do what I gotta say and what I gotta do, and I'm gonna try to keep it into like 3 parts, man. Just the whys, the why nots of just understanding like how these politics shit work and like stuff like that, and like the understanding of like I'm not mad at anyone or anything, but like at the same time you just gotta be like wary of these things. I know it's like just a trend and stuff, and just like at the end of the day, you should just be grateful for some of the shit that we had, and hopefully we still have. But at the same time, I want to talk about that, and also just like these people who I guess vote, and you could tell they obviously are just blinded or don't know anything about like just politics or anything, and vote for Joe Biden, which makes no sense in my opinion. But let's just start just like history and stuff actually about how I got to this point. So pretty much a year ago, I remember I was in this like room conversation, and bro, like it was so crazy. So I was with my black friend Jeremiah, a bunch of white people. Jeremiah is a conservative. Like 4 white people, they were liberal as fuck, came in. It's just like, a politic question. This was like in 2019 and shit, so it was just crazy how, at least at the time, it was crazy that like, obviously dude came out, he said, dude, I voted for Donald Trump. Well, not vote, but he supports Donald Trump, and just all these good reasons to it. At the time I felt it, or I understood what he's saying and stuff, but I didn't really feel it, and like wasn't too sure. But like the thing is, like, you just gotta respect that there is a 50-50 vote pretty close to on an election between Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton. So you gotta like, you can't just assume 50% of the world is racist, or 50% is just like this and that and all like these things. And like, yeah, it does go down to core values in a realistic standpoint, but in reality, like the way I see it, it's like one group of people are like saying and did their politics research and just understand that who Donald Trump is not what it seems, and who Hillary or Joe Biden or what Donald Trump isn't, they vote the other way, they vote Democrat. And it's crazy just because like the statistics, I mean, thank God, only white men was decreased in vote, because I guess you got all these colored folks trying to make white people feel bad about things that aren't even in their control. That's just sad, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would never go out of my way and just like talk down on other people's race. I don't care if they're white or not. I don't like the term color, because that excludes white people. It excludes the ideology of like white people didn't have to work as hard and shit. It's just like, nah, man. Like, I mean, just people like this ideology of like white privilege and all that stuff. Like, I just don't feel it. Like, I feel like we all live in like a free world, and definitely has same opportunities and like shit, and at least towards the standpoint of like government freedom. Obviously financial, no, I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, the way it is life is just this competitive shit, man. You either work hard and get on top, or you don't, and you're a master of somebody. And it's just unfortunate to some, but that's how the shit works. It's not a communist country, it's not a socialist country, it's capitalism. It's competitive every day. You get up, you damn near you gotta try your hardest, or you can get carried, and that's just mainly for like females. You know, obviously they have a higher chance. I don't like the word say getting carried, but it's damn near true. If you could get carried by a marriage or your parents, possibly. If not, then you gotta put in the damn work and make something out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's just fun, dude. Like, I don't get depressed about that shit. Like, the fuck? I never get depressed about having to work my ass off for something. Like, people think shit has to be free, but like, what's the point of life if everything's just about equality? You're not working hard for goals and shit, and like really chasing like your dreams and shit. Like, at the end of the day, 50% of people really don't try. They'll give up too soon, and like you're down to like the 10%, and even then it's not hard to beat that 1%. Like, don't get me wrong, you gotta put in the consistent work and do what you gotta do, but at the same time, half the battle is just showing up. But going towards politics, you know, I had to do my research, and like, just the shit was like, you know, I was a liberal. Like, I wouldn't say I was like into politics to life, but you know, I was hanging around a lot of liberals, and I was on the liberal side of things, but I was assuming that, you know, Donald Trump is this and that, you know, the jibber jabber. I don't even gotta say it. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what fake news be doing. Shit, it's crazy. But you know, after this, pretty much this George Floyd incident, and it's crazy to think like people think because of George Floyd, all this stuff, like, wow, all these colored people cop out or something. It's like not even close to true. It really isn't. It's unfortunate people that and it's just, the thing is with the George Floyd thing, like, I realized that was the first time where I guess it was okay to protest peacefully, but obviously riot and all that stuff, and you know, I'm just not a fan of it. Like, at the end of the day, you're destroying your communities, and people say like, oh, these rich ass corporations get paid for it, and like it doesn't even take 1% of their market, like it's so like blah blah and that. But at the end of the day, someone has to fix it. I mean, someone has to clean up, and just like at the end of the day, yeah, you're still damaging your communities. It's not right to do that shit. Like, there's no justification. I don't know what justification is at the end of the day, but specifically that, like, yeah, that was the first time I realized that the way the media portrays it, they make every black person who died by police like the police fault, when it's really not. Most of the time, except unfortunately George Floyd, you know, the unlawful use of force, he probably might get charged depending on how intoxicated dude was off meth and fentanyl, something like that. I forgot, but dude could have. It was, if I had to guess, it was a combination of like the neck thing and the drugs as he was on, but you know, it depends on what the court does that proves. But the rest of them, Breonna Taylor, pretty much everything back to 2010, like, I realized it wasn't like, I mean, it's unfortunate, don't get me wrong, like, watching those videos is really unfortunate, and like seeing all those people die like that, but at the same time, like, it's not police brutality, or we don't live in a racist country and shit like that. That's the main thing I want to say. Like, that's the main part. Like, obviously it is unfortunate, but you know, but even then, like, even when that situation happened to George, I wouldn't say there was civil unrest or like we have all police officers at best. Like, that's just so out of reach and shit. It's just really unfortunate. It just made me turn the eye of like realizing, like, because I always like be on Twitter and shit, see all this shit, and it's like, dude, Twitter is so toxic. Like, the way they like algorithm certain shit to see what you see, and it's just toxic. It's so brainwashed. Like, I really had to take a break from like social media. I really had to take a break from liberal people to understand like what it really was, what it really isn't. And you know, it's just crazy. Like it was like an awakening. It felt actually amazing turning red, like, because like the thing with Democrats is they have horrible corrupt people, and like, don't get me wrong, Republicans are corrupt too, but at the same time, I personally do not think Donald Trump is corrupt or racist or any of that shit. Honestly, like, the way I see him now is like, you know, he is a God-fearing man. Like, he really pulled through all of that shit. He really took all of that shit, the blame, all that stuff, when it was not even his fault. And he still did more than Obama did. He still did more than any president did. He still did more for blacks and everybody. Like, dude really did look out for us. And, you know, I wish I had more time to realize that I was not grateful for this opportunity to understand that what he did for us. You know, I want to say I was hating on him since 2006 to 2020, mid 2020, but like, I wasn't a supporter. I ain't gonna say that. Like, I wasn't a supporter, but like, the way this shit is like, it's just crazy how just like realizing all the social media antics, the editing, and make it seem like this or that. He said this and that. Donald Trump denies Ku Klux, like this crazy shit that like people get baited by because they think America is still racist and built on racism, when it was, you really think about it, it never really was. Even through like you can argue Jim Crow laws, but I want to argue like slavery and shit. Like the Jim Crow shit, definitely for sure, but it's still like debatable. Obviously, there was shit like Ku Klux Klan. Obviously, black people went through horrible times, just like us colored people. Maybe not in this country, but you know, in other places too, for sure. But at the end of the day, look what we achieved. And like, it's hard to live in the moment, but like, honestly, like, look what we achieved and what we became. And it's still brand new. Like, it's been since like, I'll say like real freedom, like, and shit. I mean, maybe not freedom in our minds because of this technology shit, but freedom in the people, probably since like 1980. Like, yeah. I mean, shit. We live, honestly, a great life. Maybe not as great, because I think, like, yeah, this technology shit is like, it could go into a dark path and shit with how much we depend on it, this shit. But speaking of which, or going back on topic, just like, I don't know, I just want people to like really just do the research. I know voting is already done and stuff, but like, just realize what might happen if Joe Biden was president. And I know it's like, at the end of the day, presidency doesn't matter to the individuals. It's what your community does, it's what you do, it's what, you know, your governor does. But you still gotta be worried about this shit. Like, dude was already vice president for 8 years, 47 years of politics, and has said, in my opinion, way more racist stuff, done racist things, done very little to support people, and has black people as his presidency. Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, make him seem like he's good, but he really isn't, and fakes it. He really does fake it. Like, you could just tell, like, this dude is fake as fuck. This dude don't really, it's just not honest. Like, you just tell, had a lot of sketchy really bad stuff in the past. Whereas all that stuff Donald Trump said, like, you know, sexual assault allegations, both of them had them, obviously, but it's not. It's hard to say if it's bad, because obviously it depends on like what is it was not when it comes to being a president. Obviously, like, it is bad, but in his first term, it didn't seem like he made laws making discriminatory towards women. Not even that, but I mean, those are allegations at the end of the day. I try to not look at allegations as like stuff, as like real things, especially to like rich and famous people who to be frank bang hoes all the time. Not only that, it's pretty obvious, like, they get plotted on. They abuse the system where in like any type of family court or anything like that, the girls looked upon as good and stuff. And people give the benefit of the doubt of the woman, but I tend to give the benefit of the doubt of the man until they're proven guilty, you know what I'm saying? And any sketchy stuff like that, I just tend to not do that. But like any of that racist stuff he said with Joe Biden, that shit's crazy. Dude really performed at a eulogy of a Klansman member, had mentors that are extremely racist, has said racist things like we don't want kids in a racial jungle, his kids in a racial jungle, has made crime bill laws crippling long-term offenses for that target black people with drugs, while people like Kim Kardashian and Trump have been trying to free him, trying to give him a second chance. It's crazy how, I mean, thank God it's only 83% sub 90%, but that's still crazy how such crazy percentage of blacks vote one way, but for other races it's like kind of even. At least like they're free-minded and believe in certain ways and stuff. But I don't know, I mean, it's obviously black culture the way, and I'm not trying to be mean about it, but like it's just interesting to think that other races have like freedom. It seems like they have freedom of speech, that they think what they want to think, and it should be more 50-50, but at the same time for blacks it's like, I know how it is, like they're pressured to think one way and pressured by family parents, and then not they get called like they're not black or some, or their skin tone but not whatever shit, they get yelled at. It's fucking, honestly, it sucks. Like I would hate to be black and be awakened like this and be like, damn, I get yelled at, I might get fucking beat by my mom and shit, or fucking disowned and shit and all that stuff. And when really, like, I feel like Republicans been looking out for black people this whole time. All these democratic cities, fucking shit is horrible in them, politics wise, all this shit. But in red states, like, everything's good, like crime, living, everything, like. And it's just like, pretty much making the video is just to make sure, like, I just don't want people to live in fear. Even if you aren't sure about Donald Trump, if he still makes it, I don't want people to live in fear. I don't want people to stagnate. I don't want people to be blinded by media. I don't, like, at the end of the day, you learn through experiences and through life, and not through people telling you what is what. You gotta take the advices from the right people, and sometimes it's hard to know at the right time, and sometimes you are pressured psychologically, physically, whatever. And I understand it's hard, but I would just just do some research. Like, there's so much YouTube videos, and just to see how it really is, or be there and just all this stuff. Like, you just gotta understand how politics work, how we secure our borders, and just like immigration and all that stuff. Like, and just the specific stuff he said that could be questionable because media said it was otherwise. But I don't know, it's just like they just hate. I don't know. I just don't like how it's like this media shit is going. Like, I really am disliking it. Like, how we have to look towards colored people a different way, as like we try to help them out more, and like we just demonize white people, and like we just do this shit. But we're past that. Like, that's one thing I would love to be able to change by, is this media shit, and just like, we gotta look up for our white people too, man. Like, I know it sounds weird. Some might sound weird. I don't think it sounds weird at all, man. I think we definitely do. For sure. I think we need to look out for each other, man. Like, and like, just respect. Like, at the end of the day, it's 50-50 people that believe one way or another. And even though I don't necessarily agree with Joe Biden's policies and people who support Joe Biden, just because I just think they're blinded. A lot of people that are religious have like Christian ideologies. Honestly, probably have a lot of conservative ideologies too, but they just get manipulated by media, thinking, especially colored people, they get manipulated by media on shit. It's just like, it's tragic. It really is. I don't know, Jen. It's a crazy world. I think people need to maybe realize, if we everybody in media support our president, he could have done way more. He did a lot. Don't get me twisted. He did a lot of great things that I didn't realize. Maybe on a short scale, and personally, it hasn't really affected me, but I'm sure it affected a lot of people. But, politics that. I'm 22 years old. I got a chance to vote last year. I voted for Hillary just by the blind eye of those comments he said about Latino, or it was supposedly towards MS-13 members being rapists, but again, manipulated by media and shit, thinking it was Mexicans shit and being racist. But at the same time, man, we just gotta be like, this shit, like, for colored people, man, you gotta stop being scared about racism. Like, I understand it's a really important thing, a really important concept, but like, people are scared. People are scared of the word. People are scared of ideology. Honestly, if someone said they're selling racism to me, I really don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, people who stoop to that level probably don't make that much money. At the end of the day, like, that's what capitalism is. It's like, if you got more money than me, I don't gotta talk, bro. Like, I'm better than you. Straight up. That's how it works in this capitalism country. Like, people are so offended by stuff. People are so low self-esteem by a lot of things. But at the end of the day, if you have money, you everything. You really are. You are what you are. With females, with everything. Money brings the world around. It is a capitalist country. People will love you for money no matter what. As long as you have that, you're good. Like, it's just how it is. If you broke, you're not shit. And at the end of the day, you have the choice. Are you just gonna sit there, man, waste time? Well, there's a difference between waste time. If you learning and shit, learning from mistakes, that's cool. You know, financial mistakes, job mistakes, all that stuff, career mistakes, understandable. But I'm saying wasted time, not putting the effort that you could put. We all get the 24 hours of the day, man. And that's what, in my opinion, Donald Trump's all about. The conservative mindset, the capitalism mindset. These Democrats, media bait us to vote for them because they haven't got any good policies at all. Their policies are horrible. Everything about them is horrible. They just think, oh, we got black people on our team or shit like that. They just bait you into thinking one side's pure white, one side's fucking colored, or one side's racist, one side's not. And people are scared of that word. I mean, it is what it is. Like, I just like, please, like, if that's one favor you could do, to just look the other way, man, and be like real with people, and be honest, and like have these conversations with people. Because at the end of the day, it's in yourself to find out, either through your research or through just talking to people. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not the type of person to inform you about all this stuff. I'm just telling you that it's fake. But you gotta find out yourself that it's fake. I mean, it's just how it is. Like, I'm not the greatest explainer. I'm not trying to explain shit. I'm just letting you know that you should give the eye the chance. You should open your mind to things. And once you feel that awakening, it's like when they speak in tone in church after you read the Bible of what Jesus said through anything, New Testament, whatever, you feel that Holy Spirit come through. That shit really felt like that. Like, I really felt like, damn, I was lied to. Damn. Like, all they do is lie. All they do is lie. Like, that shit is toxic. Being lied to is toxic. Anything. Media, relationship, like, that's why people who are fucking liberal live horrible lives. Like, they really do. Like, they always, like, be worked up and, like, we just chilling. And it's not like we, like, I don't know. I ain't gonna say it. We chilling, bro. Ain't that serious. I understand y'all trying to care. These liberals trying to care. And for the greatest of heart, you know, I understand caring is caring. But not like that. Not in this capitalist country. You can't. At the end of the day, you gotta care about yourself, man. That's just being real. Like, you have to. So ain't no one gonna look out for you, man. But yourself. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But, you know, don't be scared, man. Especially as colored people. You know, it's cool. As colored young people, too. Just, like, look the other eye and don't care about the criticisms that people give. I really don't give a fuck what anyone says anymore. Like, I used to think about it when I was, like, thinking, damn, am I really a Trump supporter? The fuck? That's so weird. I really thought about that. I was like, but then it's like, bro, this is how it's supposed to be. Like, this is the wave. This is the awakening. This is life. And to spread the message of, and the unpopularity, especially if you live in a liberal city or anything, you have a lot of liberal friends, to support Biden or just don't like Trump. Like, dude, at the end of the day, they probably have the same ideology as you. It's just, you're just not blinded. You awake. You red pilled. So, you know, I advise all, you know, talk to your friends. Because you can just tell, like I said, like, people who live liberal lives are like suck. Like, I'm just being real. And people who live conservative lives, bro, their life is amazing. And I wish that upon everybody, especially the black community, because they vote one way so much for. Democrats don't care about black people. Like, I'm just being real. Like, I thought it was crazy when Kanye put that on that hat, but dude's the truth. Like, dude is the truth, man. Dude is the truth, man. Dude is the truth. And, I mean, Kanye wasn't trying to explain to y'all. Y'all not awake, man. He can't fix your sleep schedule. I can't fix your sleep schedule too, man. At the end of the day, it's you. It's you versus you. But I'm just trying to give y'all guidance, man. Y'all feel some type of way, but I'm just being real. But that's it, man. Peace, man. And woman.